Extremely happy to meet the viewers of my channel in yet another module, Success to Gate Control Systems Module 18, covering questions in Nyquist stability analysis from various gate examination question papers. With this module, I will complete the solutions to questions asked from Nyquist stability analysis asked in various gate exam question papers. Let me move to the question straight away. Question number 1, it is taken from GATE 2020 Instrumentation Engineering. Question number 29 of that paper. The loop transfer function of a negative feedback system is G of s H of s equal to 1 by S into S minus 2. The Nyquist plot for the above system dash. So 4 options are given. Encircling minus 1 plus J0 point once in clockwise direction, once in counterclockwise direction. Does not encircle minus 1 plus J0 point. Encircles minus 1 plus J0 point twice in the counterclockwise direction. So we have to determine how many encirclements are made by the Nyquist plot about minus 1 plus J0. That means we should know the number of zeros of the characteristic equation or closed loop poles of the system to find out the number of encirclements. That's all. So it is not that you have to do the problem only with the magnitude, phase angle and then encirclement approach. Even we can do it with the route stability criterion that we have seen in the previous modules also. So the open loop poles are at 0 and 2. So one pole in right half of S plane. So the characteristic equation is 1 plus G of s H of s equal to 0. So 1 plus 1 by S into S minus 2 equal to 0. That means S square minus 2S plus 1 equal to 0. That means one coefficient is negative. Definitely system is stable. So unstable. So if you go for formulating the route array, so we can find that there are two sign changes. Two sign changes in the first column of the route array means two roots of the characteristic equation. That means two zeros of 1 plus g of s h of s are present in right half of S plane. We know by principle of argument z minus p into minus 2 p equal to n. So there is one pole in right half of S plane already because s equal to 2. Right, so two zeros are in right half of S plane by the route array. So 2 minus 1 into minus 2 pi is 1 minus 2 pi is minus 2 pi. So minus 2 pi means 1 clockwise encirclement about minus 1 plus j0. So option A is correct. So in the option A, we have been given that the Nyquist plot encircles minus 1 plus j0 point once in the clockwise direction. So we should choose the option A. See how easily we have done the problem even without going for magnitude and angle. So if we are very clear with the concepts and if we know where to apply, what to apply, how to apply, when to apply, it is very easy for us to proceed. Let us move to the second problem. The pole zero map of a rational function g of s is shown below. When the closed contour is mapped into g of s plane, then the mapping encircles. So they have given a contour. So this contour we can say it is encircling three zeros and two poles. Of course, three poles and one zero. This is a zero and three poles. So three poles and one zero, they are outside the contour. Three zeros and two poles are inside the contour. We know very well that according to principle of argument, what is outside the contour is not at all a concern. What is inside the contour is only a concern as far as the mapping from S plane to G of S plane is concerned. So the question is the mapping encircles the origin of G of S plane once in counterclockwise direction or once in clockwise direction, minus 1 plus J0 point once in counterclockwise, minus 1 plus J0 once in clockwise direction. See, actually they have given the contour not as a Nyquist contour, generally arbitrarily chosen S-plane contour, that's all. So we don't have to bother about that minus 1 plus J0. We should see it is actually encircling the two poles and three zeros. So two poles and three zeros are encircled by the closed contour. So by principle of argument z minus p into minus 2 pi equal to n. How many zeros inside? 3. How many poles inside? 2. So 3 minus 2 into minus 2 pi minus 2 pi. That means one clockwise encirclement of the G of S plane contour about the origin. That is the correct answer. Here minus 1 plus J0 will not come because this is not the Nyquist contour. Only in the Nyquist contour we will get like that. That also we have already seen in our regular control system lecture series. So G of S contour encircles origin of G of S plane once in the clockwise direction. Therefore, option B is the correct option. See how easily we have done the solution. Next problem. So it is taken from GATE 2020 Electrical Engineering, question number 24. Consider a negative unity feedback system with a forward part transfer function where K, A, B, C are positive real numbers. So for an Nyquist path enclosing the entire imaginary axis on the right half of S plane in the clockwise direction, the Nyquist plot of 1 plus G of S encircles the origin of 1 plus G of S plane once in the clockwise direction and never passes through the origin for a certain value of K. The number of poles of G of S by 1 plus G of S lying in open right half of S plane is dash. So they have given the open loop transfer function. Nyquist part they have defined. We know Nyquist part will cover the entire imaginary axis and right half of S plane. Anyway, instead of saying Nyquist contour, they have given for a Nyquist, curve or a Nyquist path. So Nyquist path is nothing but Nyquist contour. So Nyquist plot of 1 plus G of S. That is what we actually do. Actually, we draw the Nyquist plot of G of S. We don't normally draw 1 plus G of S contour. We draw G of S contour. From that we conclude for 1 plus G of S. So here they have asked for 1 plus G of S. So if we are asked to do the G of S means they will talk about minus 1 plus J0 encirclement. Since they have said 1 plus G of S, it is encircling origin. This also we have seen in the regular control system lecture series. So that you can easily do it. So encircling the origin once in the clockwise direction and never passes through the origin for a certain value of K. That means that particular Nyquist plot, it doesn't pass through the origin. It is only encircling. That is how we normally do. So closed loop poles, number of poles of G of S by 1 plus G of S means closed loop poles, how many poles are lying in the right half of the plane. Same type of question they have asked using words, that's all. Previously we have been given a lot of questions, same type of questions, but the style of asking the question is different here. So now minus A minus C are two poles, B is another pole. So one pole in right half of this plane. By principle of argument, Z minus P into minus 2 pi equal to N. So we have one pole in right half of this plane and we are given that it is encircling origin in clockwise direction. Encircling origin in clockwise direction once means one clockwise encirclement means minus 2 pi, because if we know minus 2 pi we say one clockwise encirclement, therefore minus 2 pi means one clockwise encirclement, that's all. Therefore z minus 1 into minus 2 pi equal to minus 2 pi means what value of z satisfies this relation? Only when z is equal to 2 this relation will be satisfied. What is z? Z is nothing but zeros of 1 plus g of s. That is zeros of 1 plus g of s. What are zeros of 1 plus g of s? Poles of g of s by 1 plus g of s. That's all. Therefore, roots of 1 plus g of s in right half of s plane is just 2. That's all. Zeros 2. So number of poles of g of s by 1 plus g of s lying in the right half of open right half of this plane is 2. That's all. That means two poles are present in closed loop poles are present in the right half of this plane. See how easily we have done. Last problem. So it is taken from GATE 2018 Instrumentation Engineering, question number 13. The approximate phase response. So they have given a system with the transportation lag. This is e power minus 0.01 as a transportation lag. Then a second order combination they have given. 100 square is a real number. So approximate phase response. So to do this problem, first we have to write the given expression in the frequency domain. Before that we can bring it to a standard form so that we can easily do it. So since it is a second order system, I have given it in this form, that is s square plus 2 zeta omega n plus omega n square. I am trying to write it in 1 minus u square plus j 2 zeta u. This I have explained in correlation of time and frequency domain specification. So the same thing I have been doing. So 100 square into e power minus 0.01 s, 100 square I am pulling outside. So I get an expression like this. So 100 square cancel each other. E power minus 0.01 s divided by this. So frequency domain we have to substitute s is equal to j omega, that's all. So I will get like this. So s is equal to j omega means j omega whole square. So here you will get j omega. So j omega into 0.2 10 power minus 4 is this. J omega whole square is minus omega square 10 power minus 4, that's all. So if we write the phase angle expression, e power minus j theta form, therefore theta is minus 0.01 omega, which is in radians because omega is in radian per second. Therefore minus 0.01 omega in radians. We should write in degrees because angle they are given only in degrees in all the four combinations. So pi radians corresponds to 180 degree means minus 0.01 omega corresponds to how much degrees. That is what we have written, right? Then for this particular thing, the phase angle is tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. What is imaginary part? 0.2 to 10 power minus 4. What is real part? 1 minus omega square 10 power minus 4. That's also tan inverse of 0.2 10 power minus 4. 1 minus, so that omega square 10 power minus 4 only is written as omega by 100 whole square. Just to 1 minus u square form, that's all. Even we could have written 1 minus omega square 10 power minus 4 also. Now we want to see at this 100 radian per second and 200 radian per second, because they are given they have given the values at 0 100 200 everywhere for all the combinations. So we have to find out at 100. Let us find out at 100. So 100 if we find out, so substitute this 100, then we will get minus 57.3, and if we substitute 100 here 1 minus 1, so this will be 0. So tan inverse of finite by 0 is infinity 90 degrees, so minus 147.3. So at 100 radian per second you can find minus 147.3 will be maybe somewhere here. So minus 147.3, even this also satisfies, but this doesn't satisfy positive angle. Here also you can find. So you may wonder whether this or this or this. Therefore to conclude we have to find out at some other frequency also, 200 radian per second. So 200, similarly if we find out at omega equal to 200 for this, minus 114.6 minus, now omega equal to 200 if you put that, this will become negative. That means real part negative, imaginary part positive, means whatever angle we calculate without that negative sign, we have to subtract from 180, that's all. Very simple. So omega equal to 200 if you put we will get that is 1 minus 200 whole square into 10 power minus 4 plus 0.2. So here you put that omega as 200, you will get a minus sign, don't worry. So tan inverse of this by that without minus sign you calculate, we will get some 0.1 0.2 something that we have to subtract from 180 degree. This we have seen in number of questions. Whenever the point is present in the second quadrant, angle that we have to calculate by keeping the real part positive sign, that angle you have to subtract from 180. So 180 minus that angle. Since it is closer to 0, I have taken 180. That's all. So minus 114.6. Why it is minus sign we know, the same minus sign here. So it is actually 180 degree. In fact, I can say second order complex conjugate poles, if you see the phase response that I have explained in Bode plot, you can easily understand this is 180 degree, because second order system means the phase angle varies from 0 to minus 180 only. First order means 0 to minus 90. Since it is second order, it varies from 0 to minus 180. So 200 itself, it is almost like high frequency. So it is almost 180 degree. So minus 114.6 minus 180 is minus 294.6. Therefore, around minus 300 or 200 among these, which fits into, if you see 200, this is minus 180. 200 it is between 0 and minus 150. 200 it is positive, whereas this is at 200, it is more negative than minus 250. Therefore, Option A is only the correct option. See how easily we have concluded basic mathematics only. So if you know how to calculate magnitude and phase angle, and if something happens negative, that is real part negative or imaginary part negative, how to find angle, if you know all that basics thoroughly without any doubt, you can easily conclude this. So for the benefit of the learners, I have also put the mapping of the corresponding questions with the mapping of the conceptual videos that I have already put in this particular channel. So for question number 1, since I have solved using Rauther visibility criterion, you can refer this video or both. So the URLs are also given. 2, 3, 4, 5, I have simply used the Nyquist criterion, this thing only. In fact, problem number 5, I can say it is phase angle, normal phase angle only. So even it is general, but the URL, the same URL I have given. So I want you to thoroughly go through this. In case you have any doubts or clarification, please post your queries or feedback to this mail ID and WhatsApp to this particular number. So I thank you very much for your views, subscriptions and sharing. So I will meet you in the next module, that is module 19, where I will deal with the questions from Bode plot. So far we have been doing Nyquist. So next we will do the Bode plot. So till I meet you in the next module, goodbye and thank you.